Hi everyone, my name is Mariko and I'm a multimodal therapist and intuitive. One of my favorite topics of discussion is magnetizing. And I even have a 6-week group course called Magnetize the Life You Want. I have been magnetizing since I was a kid. When I was a child, this normally occurred within my lucid dreams. And I noticed that whatever I wished for and visualized within my lucid dreams, I would then be able to magnetize in real life, in physical reality, a few weeks later. So I had a lot of fun playing around with this when I was, around 7, 8 years old. But then it was really in my early 20s that I began to consciously practice and experiment with the art of magnetizing. So today I wanted to talk about a really important attitude that we need to have if we are to successfully magnetize. And actually, this doesn't just pertain to the process of magnetizing. It actually also is very relevant to our day-to-day life. And this attitude is a healthy detachment to outcome. So having a healthy detachment to outcome means that you trust that whatever's happening is going to happen in its own rightful divine timing that's in alignment with your highest good and that's in alignment with the highest good of all. So it's having this trust and this faith that it is all going to work out in your highest and best interest. And often when we are attempting to manifest, magnetize, or even create something in our lives, if we have a goal or a certain outcome that we are trying to strive towards, we can get very caught up in the outcome. This outcome that we project, this outcome that we believe is best for us. And there's a few problems with this. Number one, it can cause a lot of stress. So it can be really unhealthy mentally and emotionally for you to be so attached to your desired outcome. Number two, it means that you are not present in life. It means that whilst you are there, in your future vision, well, you're not present and life is just slipping past you. And number three, this attachment to outcome is actually not conducive to the art form of consciously magnetizing what it is that you desire. So you're asked to continually detach from outcome over and over and over again when you are trying to magnetize something. This is a process that you have to continually be engaged in and, catch yourself with. You need to catch yourself the moment that you're not doing this. So in life, whether you realize it or not, we are constantly creating the life that we see around us. So if you look around you, you'll probably notice that what you have in your life now is a pretty good representation of what you desired a few years ago, right? The only time that you would disagree with me is if you're in a really difficult, challenging situation in your life where you would say, no, I didn't want any of this. But the truth is, even in our most challenging situations, there is an opportunity there. There's an opportunity for growth and to repivot, to pivot towards something even better for you. Of course, it can feel really challenging in the moment and it can feel almost like a never-ending journey. But there's always an opportunity there. Sometimes it's a little harder to see. But throughout our life, especially in our earlier years, especially before we are aware of the practice of consciously creating our lives, magnetizing, manifesting, we are sort of stumbling through life and going with the flow of things. So yes, we are attracting things. That is the nature of, this universe, and that things are constantly in a state of flux, constantly changing, constantly growing, constantly evolving. But we are not doing this very consciously. And so once you become switched on to the practice of consciously co-creating your life, it can feel quite difficult to maintain this balance, which is absolutely necessary, which is to, on one hand, hold the vision of what it is you're trying to manifest, and on the other hand, remain healthily detached from outcome. In fact, it can feel a bit like a paradox. How do you, stay focused to your vision whilst also remaining healthily detached from the outcome of this vision that you have? Well, the practice, first of all, it's in the word, it's a practice, it's a process. It's a mindfulness practice. So the first step is to acknowledge the first step is to acknowledge the moment when you're stepping away from the vibration that is conducive to magnetizing. So the vibration that's conducive to magnetizing is the attitude of fun, light, and playful exploration. So as soon as you've stepped away from that, you're going to notice it in your body. You're going to notice a sense of tension, constriction, and stress, because you'll have made that switch to neediness. So as soon as you feel needy, like, oh my God, I really need this to happen. It has to happen. It's just got to happen this way. Then you've stepped out of playful exploration and trust and faith, and you've stepped into need. And need holds the vibration of fear. Because what's underneath that need and grasping kind of energy is fear. It's the fear of missing out, the fear that you're not enough, the fear that your life is not enough, the fear that therefore you need more. You need more to complete you. You need more to make you happy, etc. It's fear, and it's this mindset of lack. And that is the polar opposite to what's conducive for magnetizing. In fact, that neediness is a repellent force. We all can kind of feel innately, can't we, when we meet someone who is needy. Maybe needy in love or needy in relationships. It's a repellent force. It actually tends to unattract you. And it's the very same thing with magnetizing. So that's the first step. The first step is to notice when you've switched internally. And you'll notice that somatically, because you'll feel tension, constriction, and fear. So once you've spotted that you've switched into that, then do something to completely change your feelings. Now, my favorite way is to tap. So I've actually got a tapping video to help you with this process, to help you with the process of detaching from outcome. And I'll link it in the description below. So tapping is an excellent way to detach yourself from that. The other thing you can do is, whether it's breath work or, maybe exercise, just going for a run, to completely take you out of that mindset of neediness. And also, I feel like prayer or meditation, though those are two different things, but both of those will really help. Prayer, why not? But meditation too. And by the way, when I say prayer, I don't mean this in any kind of religious context. I just mean you communicating to a greater force, if you want to call it God, if you want to call it the universe, whatever, but just communicating with, and maybe even expressing your desires, and then meditation, just sitting with yourself, sitting in the present, trying to enjoy the present for exactly what it is and what it looks like. And another beautiful thing to do to get you out of that state of neediness is gratitude. Again, sometimes this comes very easily and naturally, and sometimes it's more of a practice. It's a little harder to access. And those are the times when you need to practice this the most. But it's just truly looking at everything that you have, all your blessings, your health, your physicality, your lungs, the tree outside over there, your house, your room, your friends, your family, your teachers. And just appreciating everything and everything that you have, because that feeling of gratitude is of such a high vibration. And again, that is more aligned and conducive to magnetizing. And it reminds you as well that you already have it all. You actually already have it all. In this present moment, everything is perfect. Or perhaps, if you don't actually naturally think that it is, I wonder if you can invite yourself to wonder if in this present moment, everything might just be perfect, exactly as it is. So I hope this helps. If it does, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up or a comment and let me know if you yourself have had any difficulties in your process of magnetizing things. If you know anyone else who needs this video, please share it with them. Sending you lots of love and just a link to that tapping video to help you detach from outcome. Have a beautiful day.